Clinton was my best get. People will ask me, well, what was the best thing you ever did? Best thing I ever did, I'll set the story for you. We had an interview session over at the Ravens, and one of the coaches, I won't say who, is getting really mad with some of the questions. They're struggling, and somebody asked a question he doesn't like. He said, what do you know? You never played the game. You guys ever played the game? You haven't been in pro football. You don't know what you're talking about. One of the reporters said, actually Steve played in professional football. The coach laughed. Davis, I got to see this. So here's the tape I whipped up for the coach to prove to him that I'd played professional football. So there I was in San Antonio, member of the San Antonio Riders. I was a little smaller than the other players, but I truly was on the team. This was the precursor to NFL Europe, okay, the WLAF. This was game day. That's Mike Riley, who went on to coach for the San Diego Chargers, head coach at Oregon State. They sent me in to a real game late in the game. He told me, he said, no one knows you're not a football player. They'll kill you if they know. Stay away. The problem is, the guy breaks a couple tackles. Right here, I'm thinking, I'm going to make the hit. And then I realized, if nothing else, I have to get my uniform dirty. And so that was it, my one down of professional football. They really respected me, as you can tell. So that was it. That was my one play in professional football. And that was, I'd have to say, that was the most fun and probably the best thing that I was ever able to do in sports. To get a chance to play in a game and do that was just unbelievable. So those are some tales and lessons from 20 years in sports and some of the interesting people I've been around, some of the things I've learned. Now, it'll come up a little bit. I'm not going to play that because I think we're running out of time. Unless you guys want, you want a 2-minute laugh? Sure. You want a 2-minute laugh? Most fun I ever had is getting athletes to do something that you wouldn't normally get them to do. So I had this segment called Making the Grade, and I would quiz the players, and then I'd get them to do some crazy stuff. So this is some of the best clips that I was ever able to compile from what athletes did. I had a good voice. Jim Harbaugh, John's brother. Look the same, huh? So that's it. Those are the most fun things I've done. Now, I'll tell you for a minute, quick minute here. So what I'm up to now, many of you know what happened. I was a salary cap casualty. Talked about all these